Today we're going to compare the Joolz Day5, the Uppababy Vista V3, and the Cybex Priam, three full-sized and full-featured, luxury-oriented strollers. So let's jump straight into it then, looking at the advantages and disadvantages of each model in turn, and focusing on their differences in terms of child comfort, ease of use, longevity, and driving characteristics, before ending by looking at value for price, as well as which conditions and uses might make one a better purchase over the others. And starting with the Day5, the model clocks in at 12 kilos and folds down to 83 by 60 by 46 centimeters with the seat attached. It can take 22 kilos in the seat and 10 in the underslung storage basket. When it comes to child comfort, the design of the Day's seat frame is unique versus the wider market, with a bucket-style seat when upright that flattens out into a super padded, cocoon-like reclined position. As far as the dimensions of the seat go, it measures 27 centimeters in width and has a length for the sitting surface of 95, meaning the combined lengths of the backboard, baseboard, and leg rest. The leg rest can be folded down, providing an extra 10 centimeters of leg room down to the front frame, though there's no real footrest here, and the canopy is also flush with the seat back, which may affect headspace for older toddlers. As far as other aspects of the seat are concerned, the textiles are quality feeling and the harness is easy to use, having been set up in such a way as to hold the belts away from the seat back so that you don't have to fumble for them under your kid, while the canopy is extendable and provides decent sun coverage. For the newborn period, the Day is the only one of these models that comes stock with a bassinet in addition to a seat, though both use the same frame, which makes for a little work when swapping between them. In addition, there are also adapters available for the model that are compatible with a wide array of car seats. Moving on to parent comfort, the Day5's handle has the highest range of handle height among these models, being adjustable between 103 and 113 centimeters in height, while the shopping basket is decently sized and accessible for a model of this sort, with a hinged rear lip for easier loading. As far as folding is concerned, the Day5 is a little fiddly in my opinion until you get used to it, with a handle that's a bit stiff to raise and lower, and folding triggers that take a bit more finger strength than average to use. That being said, there are a couple of positives with the Day5 when folded in a handy carry strap on the underside of the seat, and the fact that the model locks together with a comfortably positioned button on one of the central hubs to open it back up. As far as the feel of using the Day5 goes, it has a strong, durable feel with good-sized wheels, 12 inches in the back and 7.3 in the front, though it's also quite rigid, and the suspension is both stiff and somewhat minimal, meaning that it's best suited to smoother conditions, even though it can handle stuff like broken sidewalks, easier cobblestones, dirt roads, and so on, without getting too jittery. Moving on, the Vista weighs in at a slightly heavier 12.5 kilos and folds down to a wider, though slimmer, 29 by 65 by 82 centimeters with the seat attached. It can also take 22 kilos in the main seat, but has an increased weight capacity of 13.6 in its underslung storage basket. When it comes to child comfort, the Vista has a traditional bucket seat design with an adjustable leg rest, and as a result, is the only model here to lack a near-flat recline as it comes stock, though it still has a nicely upright setting and a perfectly comfortable recline for children older than 6 months. As far as the dimensions of the Vista's seat go, it's wider than the Day at 30 centimeters, longer with regards to its sitting surface at 101, and also longer in terms of its maximum length, 129, when raising up the canopy and lowering the leg rest to use the front frame mounted footrest. Looking at other aspects of the seat, the Vista's textiles are also decently padded and quality feeling, and the model has the best ventilation of these three, with a removable liner covering a large mesh window in the seat back. The Vista's harness is similarly easy to use and has the advantage of a magnetic buckle, and the canopy extends to roughly the same length, though there is unfortunately a mesh panel in the extension section without a covering flap. For the newborn period, the Vista is similarly compatible with a wide range of car seats, can use Uppababy's bassinet, and can also fit the infant snug seat, which makes the reclined position of the seat itself newborn acceptable. The Vista is also the only model we'll be looking at today that's tandem capable, with a smaller rumble seat that can be attached to the front frame, as well as the possibility of being kitted out with an extra bassinet or car seat. Moving on to parent comfort, the Vista has a slightly lower range of handle height than the Day, between 101 and 108 centimeters, while its storage basket is the largest, most weight capable, and easiest to access of these three models, in the way it extends off the rear frame. As far as folding is concerned, the Vista's buttons and triggers are a little more comfortable to use than with the Day, though the unlocking flap takes more bending to reach, and there's also unfortunately no easily accessible handle or crossbar to lift the Vista with, as there is with these other models. When it comes to how the Vista feels to use, it's also quite sturdy feeling, and while it's similarly rigid, its shock absorption is a lot more noticeable, and it also has the largest front wheels of these three models, 8 inches, giving it the best terrain capability of the three. That being said, it's also a little longer than these other models, which makes it a tad heavier to steer and tip. And last up then is the Priam, which is the heaviest model here by a little bit, 12.9 kilos, and folds down to 31.5 by 60 by 85 centimeters with the seat attached, making it also the tallest. It can take the same 22 kilos in the seat, but only 5 kilos in its underslung storage basket. When it comes to child comfort, the Priam seat frame is highly adjustable, with both a comfortably upright position and a near full flat recline. The reclined position is a little less enclosing than the Day's, and mechanically, the seat frame is a little weaker, but it is the only model here where the recline is actually advertised as being newborn capable, though my guess is that this is simply because the Day comes with a non-optional bassinet anyway. Size-wise, the Priam seat is equally as wide as the Vista's, 30 centimeters, while the length of its sitting surface is the longest of three, at 105, which gives it the best dimensions of these models with the seat reversed. Though that being said, the canopy is flush with the seat back like the Day, and the model similarly lacks a front frame mounted footrest, making it a bit inferior to the Vista when it comes to that maximum length for older toddlers. As far as other aspects of the seat are concerned, like these other models, the Priam's textiles are well padded and premium feeling. The harness is easy to use and has Cybex's fancy one-pull adjustment feature, and the canopy is similarly extendable and provides good sun coverage. For the newborn period, in addition to that near-flat seat recline, Cybex also has a bassinet available for the model, as well as adapters for fitting car seats from several brands. Moving on to parent comfort, the Priam's handle has a similar range of height to the Vista, being adjustable between 98 and 108 centimeters. The shopping basket is okay for a model of this sort, but is smaller and more closed off than with these other strollers, in addition to being less weight capable. When it comes to folding, the Priam is the only model here where the process can be accomplished with one hand, and it's also the only one that can technically be folded with the seat reversed, though when the model is folded in this way, the seat unfortunately protrudes awkwardly out from one side. As far as the feel of using the Priam goes, the handle is a bit looser than with these other models, but other than this, it also has a sturdy, dependable feel. It's a little less rigid, and it's the lightest to steer and tip, due to having the smallest footprint. Its wheels are nearly identical in size to the Day, a little over 7 inches in the front and around 12 in the rear, while its suspension is somewhat less stiff, though still quite minimal, meaning that it will similarly feel best to use in smoother conditions, despite having some ability to tackle the lighter rough conditions that one occasionally finds in urban environments when you need it to. So which one of these should you get then? In my opinion, all three are best suited to life on foot in an urban environment, where one needs a little extra terrain versatility to deal with stuff like snow, rougher roads, or occasional lighter off-road conditions. Within this context, the Vista provides the most value in terms of storage capacity, and also has the bonus of that tandem capability, while the Day and Priam are a little smaller, and thus more handy for negotiating narrower sidewalks, smaller stores, and so on. All of these models are a bit more durable than average in my opinion, but they're not all equal when it comes to guarantee and after-sales service, where the Day5 provides the best explicit guarantee, a 10-year transferable warranty. Uppababy has the best track record with regards to repairs and after-sales service in my experience, and the Priam sadly rates bottom of the pack, with only a 2-year guarantee and generally not providing access to spare parts or services after this period. As far as price goes, as I see it, the Vista provides the best value, being the cheapest at $900, where, even though it's the only one of these not to come stock with a newborn setup, this can be rectified on a budget with the infant snug seat or a second-hand bassinet. The Day5 comes in second, being the most expensive at around $1,400, but providing for that price both a bassinet and the longest guarantee, which are both worth a bit more than the $200 price difference in my opinion versus the Priam at $1,200, which comes in last. In any case, we hope you found this video interesting, and if you did, please subscribe, as a sort of support really helps us to continue making videos in the future. If you'd like to know more about any of these models, we have standalone reviews that go into a lot more detail, and links have been added in the description. In addition, if you're currently shopping for a stroller, we have a buyer's guide on our Patreon page which lists a wide range of models that we recommend, with a lot of technical and lifestyle related information. You can find it by following the link in the description as well. Thank you.